So I didn't have the banner on the other one, which is going to make my editing harder, but that's okay. I got the banner up now, and we're here to talk a little stand-up comedy. We're here to talk about Dave Chappelle's surprise stand-up because
Yeah, I feel like he just shadow dropped that shit.
yeah, he went to the boxing fight between Jake Paul and the other guy. His opponents all run together. I don't give a fuck. But then he went, and it was just like at the fight, it was just like, yeah, I'm here to enjoy the fight. Oh, by the way, I have a Netflix special that's dropping like right now. Like, what the fuck? So, what are the big points of this? And we're not going to go joke for joke, punchline and punchline, but one of the biggest parts of this conversation when it comes to Dave right now is his comedic style, that it's changed over time. Some people it's rubbing the wrong way.
Of
Some
course it is.
people, some people understand why the style is happening, but I don't think there's any doubt that the style has changed just a little bit. And he says something at the end, and we'll get to that joke at the end, but the joke at the end that he says that his voice has become more powerful than he intended, which I think lends itself to the overall issue of this particular stand-up set that he did, in the sense of there's a lot of people claiming that he's kind of becoming less of a comedian at this point, and more of like a TED talk, like a lecture. Like, that's my wife walked away with that one. She was just like, this felt like a TED talk. Like,
Really? Okay.
there was some laughs in there for sure. She laughed, I laughed, but it felt like a TED talk. Like, even down to it's about an hour and some change, and about midway through the show, he starts his closer
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Yeah, it's a long closer, guys, but bear with me on this." And then he starts to tell this very intricate story. But where do you land on that? Is it still Dave, or
Absolutely.
have we evolved into something completely different
Absolutely.
at this
This
point?
is his. This is his. It's anyone that says that it's just about the topics. You're on the other side of the topics that he's talking about. To me, that's just plain and simple. Because his. Don't get me wrong. Like when the earlier Dave, because there's like a seasonal thing in this house where we'll run all his shit like in a row.
Of course,
So
it's a must. Must
I'm
listen.
fairly familiar. I don't remember everything. My memory has always been trash, but I fairly like in the very beginning. He was definitely a lot more punchline. Like I feel like his delivery is somewhat the same. I mean, obviously it's evolved. He's more mature and he's better at doing what he does. But as far as setup and delivery, like
It's
it's
Dave
kind of the
Chappelle.
same across the board. He has like a way that he does things. And I just think that in the very beginning, sure, it was much more joke heavy, or he wasn't really talking about real life specific things like he kind of is right now. But I just think that's the evolution of him. I mean, if you look at his story, see the things that happened to him, and then when we started to play, I'm like, yo, I wonder if he's gonna mention Saudi Arabia doing the comedy show, because that was one of the things we talked about. And
Mm-hmm.
when he started talking about it and went into it, and he didn't sit on it long. He was
No,
very quick. That segment was the shortest one out of
yeah,
pretty
he
much the
got
whole
right
thing.
to it. Yeah,
Yeah, he made the joke. He the whole punchline to that was he set it up by saying pretty much the reason why he went is I think basically like two things: a lot of money, and they treat me better than you guys do. Essentially, is like the fucking like my
that was
own
the
people
stance he
don't
had.
treat
Yeah,
me as good as you guys. Then went on with the whole trans joke in the crowd and all that shit, which is crazy. I'm not even gonna get into that. But anyway, and then that led into a punchline later as well. It's like all set up and stuff like that. So if you
yeah,
really
he's a
think
professional. Yeah,
he's telling jokes. So again, the whole trans in the crowd, that's a joke. That didn't really happen. Like that whole, and that's what I mean. Anyone who's like pissed off is like, you're stuck on Saudi Arabia if you think he's only talking about hot topics and giving you a TED talk. He gave
right,
you a joke, something that was not real, but
right.
because it's cloaked behind the fact that he's talking about doing work with Saudi Arabia, in which he said, my job now is all I do is sit by the phone and wait for these Arabs to call me.
Yeah, I don't even work for Netflix no more. I just wait for Saudi Arabia to call me now.
Just sit at the phone and wait for the Arabs to call me, and I'll go do another joke, and then explain that like I tell jokes here, I get killed, I take jokes over there, and they love it. Like basically telling you what we were saying, like money, and he can say what you know what I mean. Like he's supported, they love him over there. So
Yep.
no, I think that was just an example of him telling a joke, but it's like around a topic that's sensitive, so people might snap on it or whatever the case may be. But no, he's still telling jokes, and the way that he does it today is absolutely insane, man. The art in which he tells these jokes are absolutely, they will go over your head. They will go right the fuck over.
Him specifically, yeah, they'll definitely go over your head. And we did have a quick conversation about it. I think you were the one that brought it on the show in the first place about the set list of people going to Saudi Arabia to go do their sets and perform for those people over there, and everybody had an opinion, either or, if they're free to do it or what a fucked up thing to, because they were stand-up comedians, because that was my issue with the whole topic. My issue with the whole topic, and I talked a little bit about this on when I did a couple of segments by myself when I brought up the Mick Foley situation. I re-brought this up again, the Saudi Arabia deal, because my issue isn't the fact that Dave went. I don't even have an issue with the people who stayed and didn't want to go. My issue became the people who stayed giving bullshit to the people who went. If you don't want to go, that's fine. Standing up for your principles. I got you. Respect. Why are you shitting on them for going? You made it clear why you didn't want to go. They're making it clear they have no problem in going. What's the problem? Right? No one put a gun to your head and forced you on a plane to go over there and tell jokes. You stayed home. Okay, fine. So stay home.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, I heard more from the people who didn't want to go than the people who were going. The people who were going went off and handled their business. The people that were here bitched and cried and moaned and went on social media and tried to get all the clicks and likes they can get. I can't believe they would go out there. And Dave said it on his stand-up. He goes, everybody shit on all the comedians that went, but it was my face on the poster. It was my face that was on everything that they were shitting on. He goes, I get it. I made more money than any comedian that went. So I understand that. Yeah. And at the end result is the way that I thought it was. In my head, I had it in my head when they first started shitting on Dave for going to Saudi Arabia, that he was looking at his phone, reading it, and going. So it was good to see that he went on stage and just went.
Yeah. He just found exactly what we were thinking. Exactly.
However you feel about me making decisions with my life is how you feel about it. It's got jack shit to do with me.
And he could have ended it there.
Yeah.
He could have ended it there, but he went on to pretty much tell you guys, hey, for those judging me because of the decision I made to go over there and talk, because he made the comment of like, oh, you're all pissed off because they killed like one reporter. And I'm not trying to, he was like, I'm not trying to say that that's not bad.
Said, rest in peace. That
rest
was
in peace to his family and his family and all that
but
shit.
Israel's killed 240 in the last 3 months.
In the last 3 months.
Yeah. And so I didn't think we were keeping count. What happened?
Yeah. So this is the part that goes right over everyone's head, because he is giving you the hot topic and what you want. But you have two types of people. You have the people who are listening to his joke, and whether you and the other side of listen to his stand-up and his jokes and following him along. Then you have the other people, and there's two sides. There's the extreme hate him side, and there's the extreme support him side. They're the same people that are so hyper focused on the just going to Saudi Arabia or that comment about the people getting murdered, that they're not even like thinking about the rest of the joke. They're like stuck on that, which is where you're gonna get people going, oh, he's really just talking. He's just giving a TED talk. He's just talking on about hot topics rather than telling jokes. Nah, dude, he hit me with some shit at the end. Like, remember when you said he did his close? He started his closer in the middle of the show, because when he said that, I pressed up to see where it was, and it was like dead middle. I'm like, oh, this is so long. We good. We got plenty of time. I was like, yo, this is short. Now we good. We got time. So when
no, we good. We got time.
And this is, and if you like Dave Chappelle, to me, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but this is an evolution of the joke that he told before. This is why Dave is absolutely disgusting. Do you remember, which is one of my wife's favorite jokes, because we say it all the time we're in the grocery store, the stovetop stuffing?
Yeah.
He's like,
And then
I'm
I'll
so
punch you
fucking,
in the pussy.
he's like, I'm so good at this joking shit. I'm gonna give you the punchline before I tell you the joke, and you're still gonna laugh.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's hands down my favorite fucking joke, the way he ends it. He did that same shit here, but didn't tell you that, but he did the same exact thing, kind of sort of, where he was like, all right, this is really hard, so I'm gonna give you my closing. And if we have time, I'll give you my closing for when I was in Saudi Arabia. And then he goes on to tell his story. Me, I completely forgot all about it. And then when he gets into the end about we need to come up with a code word on like if they got control of me or what I would say. And then he says what he said and walks off. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, wait, what? So it hit me like, oh, that's the closer to when he was in Saudi Arabia. Dude, the
code word.
We was on another show at that point, and that shit hit me. I'm like, yo, this guy's a fucking legend. That's so good. That's so like, and it brought me back to the stovetop stuffing. I'm like, yo, he literally just kind of low key like that was so fucking. So if you're sitting here telling me this isn't art, just because solely the topic he's talking about, you're bugging, bro. You're missing out on some classic shit, man.
Well, I think the only reason, in all fairness, and Dave's not the only person that I've noticed this happening to. There's a new trend now, and it's becoming glaringly obvious now. They don't hate Dave or any other celebrity. No, the public, either online or in real life, which are two separate things, they don't hate celebrities for the sake of hating them. They don't even hate them for what they're doing. They only hate the celebrities that don't validate how they feel. When they voice something about a celebrity and that celebrity goes, meh, now all of a sudden they don't like the celebrity anymore. When Dave was on the come up, and when Dave, I'll put this all in a package for you. The same person that stood 10 toes down against a corporate media giant and gave back $50 million so that he can have the freedom to just exist on his own and left one of the highest grossing television shows of that era
at his peak
on just principle alone.
In that time, on his peak.
Yeah, at his peak.
In that moment, yeah.
And left it on the table, praised heavy for it. 10, 20 years later, makes another decision. This time, this decision benefits him. The first one benefited him. The same parameters. The Comedy Central thing was messing with my mental health. It's stressing me out. It's making me be a person I don't want to be. I'm getting away from that. Same principles applied here. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't be able to talk over there. They're giving me the royal treatment to just be myself and do my thing. I'm going to take this opportunity. Boo, you're a sellout. How? Because you won't go? What does that have to do with me? I don't understand. I won't go, so you shouldn't go. Why? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I don't follow that line of logic and all whatsoever. You know why he probably doesn't follow that line of logic? Because they're asking him to go. Joe Schmo in the YouTube comments, no one's asking you to go to the goddamn supermarket, let alone to go to Saudi Arabia. Those are the people with no talent, no connections, no funds, no ability to do anything are the ones with the absolute most opinions on planet Earth and what everybody else should do with their opportunity. You mean to tell me Joe Schmo in Kansas City, Missouri, right now, sitting at home, doing nothing with his life, wife nagging him, kid flush his keys into the toilet, life's just not going the way that he's going.
Been there.
And all of a sudden, the Saudi prince, the sheik, gives him a call. I'll give you $1 million to come over here and eat 12 dozen raw eggs in front of everybody. He's not going to take that. He's going to go on the phone and go, you know what, sir? You know what, sir?
Suck.
Based on your government policies, I can't go and earn an easy 7-figure salary for the most basic mundane task of all time because I stand on my principles. Click. No. In the same phone conversation, he'll be sitting there with a pen and pencil, and the flight number is what now? What time am I supposed to? That's show ID. That's show ID, right? I was show ID. Okay.
First class. Wow, you guys
Yeah.
are so nice.
Where do I? How do I hail a cab in your language? How do I hail a cab in your language? Do they do Uber? Is there Uber there? Oh, you guys handle the. You're gonna have a limousine.
Yeah,
waiting
you're
for
gonna
me.
pick
No
me up.
problem.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay, that makes more sense.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. By any chance, I know this is nitpicking. Does the hotel room have a bath or a shower? It matters. It matters.
Both.
Just let me know. Imagine both, and they're gold plated.
Both.
Both of them.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was thinking about making the same joke, opted not to, but that works. Yeah.
Hey, we're the same show that just showed a golden toilet not too long ago, so we're gonna
That's
be
true.
all right.
That is
We're
true.
gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Yeah. So I love this. I love all of his shit. He's one of the greatest comedians to ever fucking do it. But I put him, and some people have pushed back on this, but for principles and for comedy level, the skill level, content, and the principles off the stage, I put him right there with Carlin. The stuff that he says, the stuff, because Carlin, if you look back at Carlin's stuff, his earlier stuff, his jokes, well written, well done, but they were at first they were hippy dippy humor, then they became observational humor, and in Carlin's later years, it got more philosophical.
He turned into a prophet.
He ended up becoming a goddamn genius that we all
You
thought.
go back and watch some of his shit now. That shit ages from like wine,
beautifully,
dude. Like wine,
beautifully.
Actually,
and we're gonna look.
I think we're gonna go on a Carlin kick soon because I really
don't do that to me because
I want to.
I'll
so
do it.
Bad.
Don't fucking push me. I'll do it. I have them all downloaded, so I don't even.
There's a lot of them, dude. I did not know how many. I know we're going to.
I have them all.
There's like 15 of them. He's got a lot of specials.
I have them all.
They
were all at Max at one point too, and I think they got taken off. I'm not sure.
Damn.
But I have them all. So if you're really serious and down about that life, I will link you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you'll have them. But no, So no, Carlin was like that. He evolved over time, and it just became more and more philosophical. Because I mean, look at Carlin's, like one of Carlin's first stand-up where he's got the suit and he's thin, he's got the nice hair, and then like Santa Claus Carlin, where he's like old and gray and could barely open his mouth that last time he was on stage in 2008, but still all there. Like the punchline, the writing, just it's all there.
Art.
Dave, I would be surprised at this point if Dave even puts shit on paper anymore. If he just works out the content as opposed, because the formula is already in here. And now he just works out, take out those old parts, put a new part in, and then just run the goddamn machine at this point. And it's fucking beautiful every fucking time I see it. He could do a trans joke and then slide into a fucking homeowner joke and then slide into the stove chop joke and then slide into it's fucking seamless. It's fucking seamless. He knew that he talked about the Saudi Arabia trip, and in defense reminded everybody how he was treated in the States about the trans jokes, and then executed a trans joke in the Saudi Arabian joke. It was like a triangle of fuck you, like right in the middle of
it was.
And still the Falcon killed there, and then the Falcon swooped in and killed the person in the third row. He's like, oh, he's transphobic. I didn't even know it was a dude until his dick popped out. I had no clue. I had no clue. I didn't know. That wasn't the thing. I promise you.
And it's good. I heard my wife was telling me that she was hearing that people were snapping about it and saying that he wasn't funny anymore and that he just tells stories now.
A lot of that, yeah. TED Talk.
To each his own. That's fair. I understand it, but I don't know. I would consider myself a really big comedy person, and to be honest with you, like this shit it's poetry, man. Like to your point of like I don't even think he really Like, you wouldn't be surprised if you found out, if he said, like, I don't really write that shit. Like, I think about it. I kind of, because he's been doing it so long, I can understand that it might be second nature. But at the same time, like, logically in my head, there's no way something so artistic, like, you can't just do that in here. Like, you gotta write it out somehow. Whether he does it once and, like, he remembers it, sure. But, like, this is just so well written, and the way that he kind of, like, flows his jokes together. It's just, and to be honest with you, if we're being honest, the pacing of the jokes got fucked up because people were getting so emotional in the crowd. He act like that shit was real. Like, you can't really hear him too much because it's edited. But they were like, when he started talking about that, you can hear people kind of like both sides a little bit in the crowd, or like with the support or whatever it is. But they were getting so emotional that they were breaking his stride, and they were like, "Guys, calm down. Like, can I do this?" And literally at one point, it's like, "Can I do this? Like, let me do this." So that kind of broke the momentum a little bit. But again, like, dude,
no, but he's a professional. He gets him
absolutely.
right back. He gets him right back every fucking time. So
Every
it's just
time.
like it's
Absolutely.
like fucking clockwork with this guy.
So
I don't
fucking
understand.
good, dude.
I don't get it
So
from these
good.
people. I really fucking don't. Check that out, by the way, on Netflix. We're doing all the social media. We're doing all the app streaming plugging right now, even though it's not part of our job to plug them. But yeah, that's on Netflix.